Hello everyone, Russ of Aquarimax here, and what you're looking at here are Porcellio laevis dairy cow on the left and Porcellio laevis orange on the right. These are fairly young individuals of both morphs, both the same species as I mentioned. Now what I'm going to do today is actually set up an enclosure to cross these two morphs. Now, since they're the same species, I'm not concerned about creating hybrids or anything like that, and I'm really excited about this morph because it hasn't been done before as far as I know. Now someone may have done it, I'm just not aware of it. That's very possible, but as far as I know, it hasn't been created. I haven't seen any photos of it or heard of it being done. A few years ago, someone named Ryan created the first orange Dalmatian Porcellio scabber isopods, and I replicated that by crossing orange Porcellio scabber with Dalmatian Porcellio scabber, and it worked pretty well. It took a while because the first generation of offspring were just the normal wild types because it's double recessive. They were double recessive for the traits of Dalmatian and the traits of orange, but by crossing those, a few of those offspring were orange Dalmatian. So that's what I'd like to do here, and there are a couple of reasons why I want to do it with Porcellio laevis. So I'd like to explain that to you. Okay? Well, one reason is when you look at Porcellio laevis as opposed to Porcellio scabber Dalmatian, you can see that the pattern really pops on Porcellio laevis. It tends to be more consistently distributed throughout the body. The isopod itself also has a kind of a shinier look to it, which really makes the pattern pop there, and also the isopod itself is larger, so you can just see the pattern better. So there are a couple of reasons why I want to try with this species. It's also one of my favorite species because it's so active. So I went and selected, as I showed you before, these small juveniles from the my enclosures for the adults of this species, or my colonies of this species. So the reason why I selected such small juveniles is because many isopods are capable of storing sperm. So if I had selected adults from each enclosure, I would end up getting probably just another generation of dairy cows and another generation of oranges, and it would just take longer for them to cross. By selecting such small juveniles that haven't mated, I have a better likelihood of getting a cross between these two. Of course, some of these are probably going to mate, some of these are probably going to mate, but some of them will cross, and I will be able to recognize those offspring because they will be the wild type gray coloration. And then I can take these out, and then when those grays cross with each other, a small proportion of them, statistically about 16% I believe it is, will carry both recessive traits. We'll get some that will be both orange and dairy cow, so we'll get orange dairy cows. I'm not sure if that name is going to stick, but anyway, I'm interested to try it out, so here we go. We'll put them in. And since these reproduce more quickly, that's another reason I didn't mention, these tend to reproduce more quickly than Porcellio scabber, I will have results faster. It took me quite a while to get the Porcellio scabber to produce orange Dalmatians. It'll be faster with this species. So I'll keep you updated when I notice any developments in this colony. Thanks for watching today. I post videos every Wednesday and Friday, all on aquarium and vivarium pets. Please feel free to share, rate, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And then click the bell icon so you don't miss my next video. I gotta hand it to Porcellio scabber for pure ingenuity though. I'm still finding them and removing them from my Porcellio Hoffman's egg eye colonies.